All right, hello guys. Not sure what I'm going to do. We'll bring two options here. Apocalypse, Thor Hammer. I'll probably do both, no matter what the wind is. I'm assuming there's probably two different ways that I'll play it. One is based on like a fairway hop. You can use a rocket or a Thor 7, Thor 6. Alternatively, I'll go for a bump shot with the Apocalypse. You do need typically Apocalypse for the extra range. Oh, wow. Did not expect to see that wind. So that changes things considerably. You might be able to bring rock now and go for this bump shot. Now, I've never done bump shots with this wind, so not going to be the easiest thing to execute. I can tell you that for certainty. So I'm just going to try to get the get my bearings kind of set on this a little bit. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 9 rings, but I really don't know. As I mentioned, never done this or attempted it with this wind, but I just want to get you guys started with what it seems like an adjustment. That was 9 rings. It looked actually pretty good. As I mentioned, so if that's 9 rings, that means I played it, what was the wind again? 10? 12? No, it's 12 something, right? So that means I played it pretty close to the max ring adjustment number. Very close. Maybe just a little bit less than max. So like max minus 5, and that's 5% or so. You can probably set up, with this wind angle, you could probably set up a rock over there. And it would be very consistent to be able to try to replicate that shot and give yourself a good possibility of an ace. Alternatively, I'll probably try this again, and I'll just take a very similar approach, but we'll try to hop the islands with like a rocket, for example. That was actually well executed as well. That's very tough to pull that shot off. What makes it a little bit easier is the fact that they did it with a wind 5 ball, but those 2 bounces have to be perfect. That first bounce has to land right where it did. Second bounce has to hit the fringe like it did as well. It's very tough to do that in tailwind situations. I typically don't even attempt that in a tailwind. But it is also kind of a route that you will be able to take if you get your bounces absolutely perfect. Because as I mentioned, if that second hop clips that rough, as it's very close to doing, you could lead yourself to kind of potentially being in the rough and stuck in the rough as well, because it does kind of roll back down that hill sometimes. Something to just be a little bit mindful of. But good luck there, guys. I'll catch you guys on 3.